Yields back. I now recognize the gentleman from Tennessee, Mr. Van Epps, for 5 minutes of questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And thank you for holding this hearing today. Thanks to our witnesses for working with us as we ensure TSA continues safeguarding our skies while adapting to evolving threats and the needs of the traveling public. As former Administrator David Pekoski said, TSA's mandate is not only to mitigate the threats of today, but to preempt evolving threats as our adversaries continue to adapt. For 25 years, TSA has sought to prevent another attack like 9/11 and has navigated a world filled with increasingly sophisticated adversaries. Today, TSA's no-fill mission benefits from screening technologies that didn't exist a few decades ago. But as both technology and the nature of modern threats change, TSA must stay ahead of the curve. Strong partnerships with airports and airlines will remain critical to ensuring the federal government can respond effectively and keep Americans safe. The mission of this committee today is to ensure TSA has what it needs to continue meeting the demands of that challenge, to keep Americans safe, and to do it in a way that both encourages and uses American innovation. Today, travelers expect technological solutions to the inconveniences of the past. While TSA's priority is security, we must continue optimizing and modernizing to serve the American people while not compromising safety. To that end, I want to thank our witnesses for joining us today to lend us their insights as key partners in the industry TSA serves. Mr. McLaughlin and Mr. Sununu, TSA aims to lead on counter unmanned aircraft capabilities by securing airports. Do you believe TSA should have expanded statutory authorities to coordinate with airports and surrounding areas on counter UAS standards and regulations?
So I would just say that a lot of the UAS regulations will fall under FAA, and the most important thing we need is communication. We need our agencies to live in silos, whether it's TSA, FAA, the airports themselves, the private and public aspects. They all need much better communication as this potential threat grows. And I think that's one area where we have seen it fall apart a little bit, is on that communication side.
So I would add that under the FAA Airport Rulemaking Committee work that was done a few years ago, I was proud to participate in that committee on counter UAS. There's a framework that exists. And I think that, yes, it's okay for TSA to perform as the lead federal agency in terms of response, but it can't be done in a silo. And they must rely on the knowledge and experience of their local partners. At DFW, we have a standing SWAT team, we have a standing bomb squad, we have a cadre of drone pilots that are all well-trained and equipped to participate in a counter-UAS mission in conjunction with our federal partners. We're excited about the opportunity to do that. We represent about 7.5% of the daily flights in the NAS, and it's important that we have the opportunity to protect DFW as it protects transportation through the NAS.
Thank you. As a follow-up to that, how successful do you see TSA's progress in counter-drone capabilities?
So candidly, it's not seen on a day in and day out basis. It's still very limited. There's much more that can be done in partnership, again, with local partners, including airports that are interested and willing to participate in joint operations.
Yeah, and I would just add, it's not just TSA. It's FAA, it's Customs and Border Patrol, it's the airports themselves as they, again, through the TSA regulations and guidance, it's the airports that are really in charge of their perimeters. So it has to be, and everybody has both the responsibility and authority to be at that table and have input. I would even argue Department of War, given some of the counter surveillance capabilities that they bring to the table, testing of new innovations and materials, new technologies. Everybody has to be there, and we're just at the very, I think, initial cusp of what can and probably should be done.
As a follow-on to that as well, the federal air marshals have a crucial mission to secure high-risk flights. But as we consider what the future of TSA looks like, should the air marshals play a larger role in counter-UAS mitigation at airports?
So certainly the federal air marshals, and from a TSA perspective, do today play a significant role in that work. The issue is that federal air marshals aren't everywhere all the time, and we need the capability everywhere all the time.
Yeah, I would disagree with that. Everybody has to be involved.
Great, thank you so much. I'm just about out of time, so I'll yield back. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it a lot.